Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel. You Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So got to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Shah, Bahashim Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, whether accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, entire world, waking up the hope for the elect. And shalom to the Akwath who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from GMS Orlando Camp coming into the lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification, another daily edification, Lord willing, this be edified. So I titled this lesson, They Are Desperate, so by any means necessary. They are desperate, so by any means necessary. So first let me show this. And again, double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. Your spiritual fathers. So you see it. I want to show this first. Now, they are desperate, man. These Job 924s are desperate. So let me show this. This is a clip that the elder Karatazar from Vegas posted. Let's show this. Let me turn this volume down. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Salakia. I'm gonna show that one next. This is the one the elder posted.
Let's also be clear. The future is not just happening. The future is built by us. Future is built by us.
Future is built by us.
By a powerful community as you here in this room. We have the means to improve the states of the world. But two conditions are necessary. The first one is that we act all as stakeholders of larger communities, that we serve not our only self-interests, but we serve the community. That's what we call stakeholder responsibility. And second, that we collaborate. And this is the reason why you find many opportunities here during the meeting to engage into very action and impact-oriented initiatives to make progress related to specific issues on the global agenda.
So yeah, I want to show that. Now I want to show this again. Let's show this again. Because this is for educational purposes only. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. You see it. Let me come back to me. Because they are desperate. So by any means necessary. So let's play this. We're gonna get some pre-sales.
Through technology, an ability for consumers to
Salakia, hold on.
developing through technology an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
You see? Now, let's get pre-sales. Because Salaki. These devils are running out of time, man. They run out of time and they are desperate. So we're gonna get a few pre-sales. And the elder of Aram from the Alabama camp, the lesson they were doing last night. And the younger brother brought this out. So let's read this. It's Isaiah 44:24. And it reads, Thus saith Yahweh, the Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord Yahweh that maketh all things, that stretcheth forth the heavens alone, that spreadeth abroad the earth by myself, that frustrateth the tokens of the liars, and maketh diviners mad, that turneth wise men backward, and maketh their knowledge foolish. Right? This is Jeremiah 49:7. The Lord is going to make these devils' knowledge foolish, man. This is Jeremiah 49:7. Concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? See, they got a result which the Lord made them to be carnal anyway, right? He said, what he had made crooked cannot be straight. But these devils is running out of time, so they are desperate, man. So they're not thinking rash. They're not thinking rational, right? They're using their deceit. But the Lord said he's going to destroy these devils' wisdom. This is Isaiah 29:14. It reads, Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people. Right? Now, this first happened to Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. You Hebrew Israelites. This first happened to us, man. Right? But who's in rulership now? It's talking to them, the so-called Illuminati ones of the world, the ones that have the wisdom, the light, right? Isaiah 29:14. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder, for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of the prudent men shall be hid. Right? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1:19. It reads, For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have made foolish the wisdom of this world. You see that? The wisdom that you think that this is what it takes to have a good life. The Lord says foolish, man. your PhDs, your bachelors, your associates, your masters, right? Your associates, your masters, your bachelors, your PhDs, your whatever it takes for you to go through these college systems to be prosperous in this world. The Lord say he made it foolish. Again, have not power made foolish the wisdom of this world? For after that, in the wisdom of power, the world by wisdom knew not power. So by their wisdom, by the world's wisdom, they don't know the Lord. It pleases power by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. Right? This is verse 27, 1 Corinthians 1:27. But power have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And power have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty, so-called mighty. And base things of the world and things which are despised have power chosen, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are. And that's why I tell you in 2 Corinthians 10, let's get this. 2 Corinthians 10:4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through power to the pulling down on strongholds, casting down imaginations. That's an imagination, right? Tracking carbon footprint, carbon footprints, man. That's an imagination, man. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of power, and bring into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach, which is the hopeful elect, and having in a readiness the hopeful elect to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled, man. That's the hopeful elect turning back to Yahweh Shema Mashai, and the Lord giving you this wisdom and understanding to show these devils it ain't gonna work, right? Beautiful precept. This is Fisher Turn 105, Proverbs 11:14. And shalom to the occupant not walk from the comment board. Yahweh Shema Mashai Barakatham. Where no counsel is, the people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. You see, and they tell you you got Proverbs. Actually, if you can post that for me, y'all. Proverbs 18 and 20, I think it is. And Proverbs 15. Matter of fact, I get it. Let me make sure. I want to hit these precepts real quick. So if you can post Proverbs 15 and 22, Proverbs 15 and 22, and Proverbs 20 and 18. If you could post that for me, I want to run through this real quick. Proverbs 15 and 22 and Proverbs 20 and 18. If you could post a link right with that, Proverbs 11:14. So the Lord said he's destroying these devils and their wisdom, right? Their counsel, which is not wisdom. It's the Lord said he called it foolish, right? This is 1 Corinthians 2 and 6. It reads, howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, you see, nor of the princes of this world that come to naught. It say, verse 7, but we speak the wisdom of power, a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which power ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew. For had they known it, they would not have crucified our Lord of the Lord of glory, right? So this wisdom that the world thinks this looking for, this is not what the Lord want, man. Proverbs 20 and 18 to go with this. Proverbs 20 and 18. This is Proverbs 15 and 22. Without counsel, proposals are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors, they are established, right? This is what they do. This is their G7 summits, right? They trilateral commissions, man. They sit around these rectagon out the tables and make counsel. And listen, the Lord say he made the world for you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians' sake. Y'all also post Proverbs 20 and 18. He made the world for your sakes. So when they take these G7 summits and these councils, it's to come against you jakes, man. So again, Proverbs 15 and 22. Without counsel, proposals are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors, they are established. And this on the left hand side and on the right hand side, right? This is Proverbs 20 and 18. It reads, every purpose is established by counsel, and with good advice, they make war. This is what they do. And with good advice, make war, man. And this is what they doing. They making war to come against you, Jakes, man. And we know, according to the scriptures, 2/3 gonna give devils, man, because they trust in oppression. They trust in the government, which is mind control, control minds, man. Right? So this is the Lord say He's bringing the counsel of the man, because it's the wisdom. It's not wisdom, man. It's foolishness. People don't understand what's going on, man. This is Job 18 and 5, dealing with the wicked. Yeah, the light of the wicked shall, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. What Proverbs 20 and 27 reads? It's Proverbs 20 and 27. It says his candle shall be put out with him. This is Proverbs 20 and 27. The spirit of man is the candle of Yahweh, searching all the inward parts of the belly. So I said the wisdom that he gave these Job 9:24s is not wisdom, it's foolishness, right? It said the spirit of man is the candle of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh, searching all the inward parts of the belly. So in Proverbs 16 and 1, the preparations of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. So when this guy said, yeah, we finna create a little system to track carbon footprint, what you eat, where you go. Listen, man, the Lord got them saying that. You got to understand, the Lord put the spirit in these devils because they are running out of time. Let's read this. This is Job 21. This is Job 21 and 21. For what pleasure hath he in his house after him when the number of his months is cut off in the midst? It's just like a person having a heart attack, having sharp pains in my arms. It say Proverbs 21 and 21. For what pleasure have his house after him when the number of his months is cut off in the midst, man? See, these devils is walking around here in illusion, man. And who is the great illusionist? It's Yahweh Shema Shah, man. This is Psalms 119. And these devils, man, this is the best they got. They talking about carbon footprint tracking, man. These devils is desperate for anything, man. Why? Because they running out of time and they know it. This is Psalms 119 and 69. It reads, the proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with thy whole heart. What do? They forge lies, man. Job 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are physicians of no value, man. This is Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach 51 and 2. For thou art my helper and defender, Yahweh Shema Shah, and hast preserved my body from the destruction and from the snare of the slanderous tongue and from the lips that forge lies, and has been my helper against my adversaries. All these devils do is walk around the earth and bring destruction and confusion, and they forge lies, man. Okay? I love watching the show when they make the weapons. I forgot, Forge in the Fire. I love to watch that show, man. That's what these devils do. The same way they forge weapons, this is what they do. They forge lies. You know how they sit in laboratories and make clone GMO meat? This is what they do. They sit in there, they sit around these round tables, these rectagon, octagon tables, and they say, what's a better lie than we just told? And as Elder Manat Zakbar mentioned this like a year or two ago, and I made a lesson out of it. You have lied about the lies that you lied about. You lied about the lies that you lied about, man. These niggas, this is the slanderous tongue. This is the accuser of thy brethren, man. It's this nigga, man. This nigga done forged lies. Their life is built around lies, man. This is Psalms 58:3. What did it tell you in Revelation 20? It said when this devil came out the caves, he was going to deceive the four quarters of the earth. With what? Iconoclasm, whitewashing. And they put a face on religion. It's a pale red, pink shade face, man, on religion, man. The wicked, Psalms 58:3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, man. Psalm 119:69 said, the proud have forged a lie against me. This is what they do. It's also in Psalm 109. Let's read it. This is what these devils do, man. This is Psalm 109. In verse 2. For the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. All they do is lie, man. This is why they were set up, man. It's a set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. And to tell you in Psalm 144, their right hand is the right hand of wickedness, man. Even these devils' right hand is wicked. Their left and their right hand is both wicked, man. This is hey, these devils. But guess what's going to happen? Nothing. The Lord say, this is Psalms 33 in verse 10. The Lord, Yahweh Shemawashah, bring up the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. The counsel of Yahweh Shemawashah standeth forever, the thoughts of his heart to all generations. See, it's the counsel of Yahweh Shemawashah that's going to stand. So when you read that in Proverbs, the brother put up Proverbs 11:14. You got Proverbs 15:22, Proverbs 20:18. And on the right-hand side, none of this is going to work, man. This is Job chapter 5 and verse 12. It reads, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. He says he's going to destroy the wisdom of the wise and the understanding of the prudent. And the counsel of the forward is carried headlong, man. It say they meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. Then the curses said we was going to grope in the noonday. Well, the Lord is turning these curses, the brother put up on the screen, Deuteronomy 30:7. He's going to turn these curses on these devils. He said the light of the wicked shall be put out in this tabernacle, man. What's their light? It's their illumination, right? They are the light bearers of the earth. Well, guess what? On the right hand side, it tell you in Hebrews 10:32 that we are the illuminated ones. It's also in Baruch 4:2. The real illuminated ones of the earth, Matthew 5:14, is you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, man. Okay? This is now for all this wickedness, guess what's going to happen? Let's read this. This is Ezekiel 28. Listen what the Lord say because of his wisdom. Listen, Ezekiel 28:3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. Show you how cold the Lord is. Listen, he tell this devil, because of your riches, right? Because of your wisdom, it say, with thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, which is what ill-gotten gains these devil got by rape, rob, murder, pillage, and plundering the entire planet. Not just you 12 tribes of Israel, all the heathen nations. And has gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. Apostles Hall went into this. When you go to James 5, right? That word riches, when it say riches, it go into the word Plutos. Plutos. We're talking about the god of money, which these devils, these Romans, right? There was their god, what he said, which is synonymous with Jupiter, right? riches right there. You go to the word in the blue letter, it said Plutos, which go into their money, their god of money. Just like in what's that? Matthew 6, right? You can't serve God and mammon. So it say, with thy wisdom and with thy understanding, that has gotten thee riches, and has gotten gold and silver into thy treasures, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic has thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Therefore, listen, thus saith Yahweh Shema power, because thou hast set thy heart as the heart of power. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their sword against thy beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. With it said, will thou yet say before him that slayeth thee? And we're going to get him that's going to slay of these devils. It say, will thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God? But thou shalt die a man and no God, just like in Isaiah 14. And it say, in the hand of him that slayeth thee, thou shalt die the deaths of the uncircumcised by the hand of strangers, for I have spoken it, saith Yahweh Shema power. Now, let's get Isaiah 19, because it's going to tell you who's going to slay this devil for lifting up his heart because of his wisdom, right? Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh Shema shall ride upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Buzzwords. The Lord is going to bring their own people against them, which is who? Gog and Magog, the Russians. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. What counsel? The wisdom of these devils, man. The Lord says he's going to destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols. That's what the Lord said in Isaiah 47, right? What he said in Isaiah 47, he said, go to your charmers, your familiar spirits, right? Your monthly prognosticators, and see what they deliver you, right? He say, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel, that's their wisdom thereof, Jeremiah, which I read 49:7, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to wizards, right? Isaiah 47, starting at verse 10 through 13. Listen, and the Egyptians will like give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema host. Now we know Yahweh is going to rule on earth, but before Yahweh return, he's going to put these devils into the hands of the Russians. Listen, Isaiah 19:4, and the Egyptian will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema host. These Russians, listen, Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 9. Who is this? For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. And I want to make this mention again too, to that guy, O.C. Lowe. Assembly of great nations did come against ancient Babylon. It was the Medes and the Persians, two empires that came together as one. So what is this talking about? Is this talking about ancient Babylon? No, it's not. It's talking about right here, Babylon the Great, where the new Euphrates River, right here, the Mississippi River. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations. That's in Ezekiel 38. It ain't talking about ancient Babylon. From the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. The arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. So, what did the Lord tell these devils? because of your pride in Ezekiel 28, I'm going to bring a strange heathen upon you, right? So when you go to Psalm 75, what did the Lord say? And he told this to us first. Remember, he told this to us first, man. But now this applies to these heathens because the same way how Jake waxed fat and kicked, lifted up with pride, and the Lord took everything from us, he's doing to these devils now. This is Psalms 75 and verse 4. Listen, I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn. Lift not up on high, speak with a stiff neck. You see? And that's what these devils, this is exactly what these devils have done, man. Again, I said unto the fools, what did Job say? They are children of fools, your base men, they are viler than the earth, man. I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn, lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. And this is exactly what this devil did. Let's prove it. Obadiah chapter 1 in verse 3 it reads, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, in his mind, who shall bring me down to the ground? You see that? The Lord said, don't lift up your heart. Don't be lifted up, man. What did these devils do? They did the total opposite. Just like we did. Just like we did, man. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. What is it in Obadiah? I shall not sit on the ground. What do you say? Yahweh Shema Shai say, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, but thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate, because he's gonna, what is that? Revelations 17 and 17, man. Right? It said the 10 horns upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, man, and shall make her naked and desolate, and shall burn her with fire. Okay? So we see these devils lifting up with pride, man. The Lord say, don't do this. Because when you do this, I'm going to bring a nation against you. It say assembly of, listen, it ain't say just nations. Let's read again. Jeremiah 50 and 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. And we know Iran and Russia is the Medo and Persian Empire of ancient that took down the ancient Babylon. It's the same one's gonna take them down again with more nations. It's an assembly of great nations, man. Iran, Russia, China. Listen, the scriptures say, Obadiah 1 and 7. See, they're gonna put their foot in their mouth, man. And they don't have, and the scriptures say they don't have no understanding of what's going on, man. All the men of thy confederacy, Obadiah 1 and 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under. There is none understanding in him. You see that? They don't have no understanding of what's going on, man. Isaiah 13 and 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Why is the Medes not going to spare their children? Because they didn't spare us. The curse was what the Lord say, I'm going to send a nation against you from far, which tongue thou should not understand. They should not regard the old, nor show favor to the young. Well, the Lord is doing the same thing, man, to these devils with their own people, man. Verse 19, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the child, the excellency, shall be as when power overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. With what? Fire, brimstone. Okay? I can tell you in Revelations 9, 16 through 18, man. Them intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. So this is I'm gonna read this again. Psalms 75 and verse 4. I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, which they did, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn, lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. And when you go to Isaiah 33 and 1, what do? They did exactly that, man. They say, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Because the Lord said in Revelation 18, reward unto her double, according to her works, which she have done unto thee. Right? Do unto her double. These nations is finna come together and annihilate Babylon the Great, man. It's Revelation 17 and 16. In the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Listen, man, and the Lord is taking these devils' wisdom, so they are desperate, man. They are desperate, so by any means necessary, in Revelation 12 and 12, as it reads, therefore rejoice, ye heavens. And we are, man. It tell you in Isaiah 9, it said, them that walked in darkness have seen a great light, right? And it tell you when you read Isaiah chapter 9, verse 2 through 4, it tell you they rejoice because they rejoice in the joy and the harvest. Meaning we see the prophecies, the tokens playing out. We see the elect getting sealed, man. We see the Lord is destroying this place, man. Okay, we see these things is taking place. So the Lord say, therefore rejoice, ye heavens. Heavens is talking about the Israelites. We could prove it. What did the Pharisees and Sadducees ask about the Messiah when they said about the kingdom of heaven? What did Yahweh Shah say to the Messiah? He said, the kingdom of heaven comes not with observation, but it's within you. It starts with the hopeful elect first. Okay, the elect on this side. The kingdom of heaven is you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. And the Lord say, Revelation 12 and 12, therefore rejoice. Because we see the tokens, and these devils don't have no wisdom. So they desperate. So they doing anything. They are desperate by any means necessary, man. These devils are desperate, man. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. These devils is tight, man. They tight because they don't have no other options. Their options, they don't have no wisdom. They never had wisdom. You know what their wisdom was? Witchcraft, man. They deceive the world with witchcraft. In Revelation 18, it talks about their sorcery. When you go to that word sorcery in Revelation 18, it go to the word pharmakia, right? When you go to that word pharmakia, it say they're medicines, they're drugs, man. Everybody, listen. Why do you think these devils don't legalize marijuana? Everybody is high in illusion, so they can run any game on you because you ain't sober-minded, man. That's why the Lord say, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, seeketh whom he may devour, man. This nigga just walking around. What did the Lord actually say in Job 2? He said from walking up and down and going to and fro through the earth, man. Right? This nigga, man. This nigga got everybody on weed. Everybody popping pills, sipping lean, Xanax bars. Hey, then they shoving liquor down with it, man. Everybody is bugged out from their sorcery, man. And the only ones that's vigilant and sober, what it say? Revelation 12 and 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of power and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. You see that? These devils already got 2/3. They already done for. He's coming at the ones that's sober and vigilant and can see through all that garbage, man. The ice off, man. That's why Matthew 13 and 16 say, blessed are your eyes, for ye see, and your ears, for ye hear, man. These devils is pissed off, and all they got left because the Lord is taking their wisdom from them. If he have not already taken it, man. So what they're using is, what they always been using, But more or less now, they have to use carnal means. Let's close with this. Ephesians. It's Ephesians 6. These devils is through, man. Finally, my brethren, Ephesians 6 and 10. Be strong in Yahweh Shema Shai, and in the power of his might, put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shema Shai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. What's the wiles? His trickery, his cunning, crafty arts, man. His conniving ways, man. His conniving self. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Shema Shai, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Right? I'm going to read 16. Above all, take the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. What does scripture say about quenching? This is 2 Ezra 6 and 27. It reads, for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. With what, man? This truth. As for faith, you see, Ephesians 6 talk about that faith. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, where have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. Let's read it again, Ephesians 6. Hit this point. In 16, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. You see how that linked perfectly with 2 Ezra 6 and 27? All the fiery darts of the wicked shall be quenched. Through what? The spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. This truth, these devils is hurt, they are desperate, and they got to use carnal means. They are conniving, crafty, cunning arts, man. That's all they got. And that's all they ever had. Matter of fact, let me close with this. Isaiah 47. That's what the Lord told these devils this. Isaiah 47 and 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it have perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thy enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, within thou hast labored from thy youth, because they was born speaking lies. They was born in the witchcraft. It's a if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counselors. That's in Isaiah 19. I just read it. Right? The Lord said he's going to destroy them in their counsels, man. And they shall seek to familiar spirits, wizards, right? It say, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counselors. Let now the left Salakia, a little excited. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. You see that? These devils don't got nothing, man. So they've been using their whole life since their youth. That's why I said at 3, they had come out of the womb speaking lies, man. Okay? They born speaking lies, man. Since their youth, they've been using witchcraft, man. And they took it, they adopted that from who? The Horites. They took over Mount Esau, Mount Seir, right? From the Horites, and they adopted all the idol worshiping of the Canaanites, man, of them Hamites, man. So you see, that's why the Lord beautiful, brother. Let me close with this. That's what the Lord said this. He showed these devils favor. That's when I read Psalm 75 and 4. It say, he said unto the fool, deal not foolishly, because the Lord showed them favor. And what happened? This is Isaiah 26 and 10. Kazab on your holder. Let favor be shewed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of Yahweh Shema Shai. You see that? These devils can't get right, man. They can't get right. The Lord say, what he have made crooked cannot be straightened. So I just want to make some points on that, man. So the Lord was edifying. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hope for the elect. And shalom to the Akwat who are listening and learning, their few sisters who are listening and learning. Lord was edifying to the next time I say shalom, wa, abab, abab. Wow for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema shall continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. Hey, the water for all your precepts. The water for your precepts. The water for tuning in. Hey, the water. May Yahweh Shema shall continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up, man.